She posts funny stuff. Oh, I'm online.
I'm going to slip out for a walk. Okay, I'll do it silently.
Mm-hmm. Good evening. Reverend Elizabeth Mora here. Friday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I'm tired. Not that I need to get online to tell you that I'm tired. Hey, Kelly. Hey, honey. Arturo. Super tired. And that's okay. It's the end of the week. Maybe other folks are tired as well. And I decided that I would pull out a deck of cards. Kelly Isola. This is straight, what's the word? I'm tired, but I'm online and I'm sharing my healing cards with, remember good old Doreen Virtue before she switched over to the other side? Bless her heart. I mean, she's not dead. She just decided that she doesn't believe in angels. I don't even know if I believe in angels. Angels are thoughts in New Thought. Angels are our thoughts. So anyway, I'm super tired, and that's fine. And I have friends on the line, so that's cool. Hi, Drew from Arizona. See, I got it. Arizona. Used to be in my church in New Jersey. Doing an angel card, and again, thanks to Kelly Isola, she has been training a bunch of people this last week. She's been putting up wonderful webinars, like so many people. And I actually found that today I was webinared out. My brain couldn't take any more wonderful information that people were offering. And yay, Drew, I saw Drew just posted almost as bad as, burning the American flag. He burned a roll of toilet paper, but we shall forgive you. Angels are our divine ideas, quickened in the children of God, from Charles Fillmore. And we've got Terry Murray, Reverend Terry Murray, out on the West Coast, Washington or Oregon, I can't remember. Yay, Kelly and Terry and I were all in school together. So I thought tonight I would talk about retreat. And there we go, retreat. So you can take in the image of the angel card. And I thought I would read to you from the booklet from Doreen Virtue's cards. And I'm so excited because Kim is on the line. She was on this line this morning. Kim is from Fox Valley, was my home church, my first church where Arturo and I got married. And Kim and I used to do goddess gatherings together. Terry Murray is in Washington, because I know it was a concern for all of you. I see Reverend Jean Cole from out in New Jersey as well. This is a time of Sabbath. That's one of the themes that's been coming up. The theme that I have tapped into is the great calm of 2020. It may not feel like that for you right now, although I think I'm pretty familiar with the situation of most of us on this live stream right now, but others that are checking in, it may not feel like the great calm right now. I get that because people are losing their jobs. I was in line at the grocery store today. It's where all great stories come from, there or the locker room at the gym. And the girl behind the counter, said, boy, I bet you're working a lot of hours. And she said, yes, but of course I'm glad to have this job. I said, yeah, I bet you'll be glad when you get your paycheck. And the lovely woman in front of us said, yeah, I'm a principal of a private school. And even though all the teachers are getting paid, I guess in Illinois, Pritzker put something in, I can't say this for sure, but she said she wouldn't be getting paid, but she still had to work. So I'm not going to presume to tell her, gee, isn't this so great, the great calm of 2020 for you? My heart really goes out to people that are dealing with that. And my friend Dan Muir just joined, and he's in healthcare, so he's been posting pictures of himself behind a mask, and a couple of my friends are that way. Hi, Jerry from church, and hi, Kathleen from Unity. So my heart goes out to all of those that this isn't such a positive time. Hey, Scott. So I'm going to read from this booklet on retreat that for many of us, at least, there is some downtime, whether we didn't. I've had, in some sense, more downtime this week. It's also been a more intense time at times, feeling the energy of everything that's going on. And hey, Carolyn Danoon just posted something. This is so helpful. She is getting paid at her private school. So there you go. You just don't know. I don't know what the situation was with that woman. So one person wasn't getting paid, but Carolyn is getting paid. So thanks. Got to clear up misunderstandings when you hear them. Retreat. May this be a time of retreat for all of you. Spend some time alone in quiet thought. Clear your mind and focus on your truth and your priorities. Now I'd actually switch that. I can barely read something without starting to edit it, but I would change the word priorities to priority. I read a great book. I'll put it down here. The One Thing. I don't remember the author, but it's not Daily Garlic, whatever that is. The One Thing book. There we go. And it pointed out that the original word is priority. There can only be one priority, not multiple priorities. That was big for me. So I'm going to reread this statement the way that I would like it to be. Spend some time alone in quiet thought. Clear your mind and focus on your truth and priority. If we can figure out, if I can figure out what the one most important thing is, and probably for most of us right now on this chat, it's our spiritual life. It's whatever we think of as God or life or love or that great unknown, the consciousness. My husband just posted, isn't she pretty? He's sitting right over there. God, I love him so much. Okay, so retreat, Sabbath. And I'm especially mindful of Scott, who may still be on or may not be on. And I know this may not be like Scott's language or everybody's language. So, when I say God, think of love. When I say angels, think of higher thoughts. Do whatever you need to with language to get at the feeling that's within there. Are you pushing yourself too hard, beloved child? The angels remind us to rest, and that it is a natural cycle in every living thing. Think of the mighty oak tree that grows in spurts and then rests. It draws its nourishment from deep within the earth and takes its time before growing upward again. Oof. Like the oak tree, it's important for you to nourish yourself with spiritual and emotional food. While you are resting, take comfort and time to reflect on your heart's true feelings and desires. Your angels, your higher nature, speaks to you through your heart. And when you listen to and honor your feelings, you walk hand in hand with the divine and the angels. And so, quit distracting me, right, Lyndall? Thanks. Hi, Jeff. And so for me, this is such a great reminder that even in this period right now of a lot of learning and, people are getting online to Zoom for the first time, doing their first Facebook Live, things like that, learning how to be at home. Parents are learning to homeschool. So there is a lot of input coming in. And so it's so important that we have the time to process. I can't quote you the studies, but I've read so many about how we retain what we learn. And we retain it so much more if we can take a break in between. If you try to memorize something, you need to step away from it for like an hour and then come back to it. There's actually a real science to how things get really into our system so that we learn it. And rest is part of it. That's why it's part of the Bible. That's why fields are supposed to rest. That's why we're supposed to rotate crops, for all those reasons. And all of the studies that talk about sleep, of course, how important it is to have sleep. So retreat and Sabbath and rest is important. And many of us have noticed that, well, we're kind of all getting a global rest right now, whether we wanted it or whether we knew we needed it. So you will know that it is true divine guidance and not just your imagination or wishful thinking if it speaks, if the message inside speaks of your desires to make a difference in the world. People sometimes ask, how do I know whether this is, my ego speaking or spirits, the better nature of me speaking? And a couple thoughts on that. First of all, there was a great teaching in the book, The Quest, about if you keep getting green lights, keep following those green lights. Generally, when there's open doors and there's green lights, you want to go that way. Sometimes you have to kind of bang on a door to get through, but most of the time, if it's something that's going to serve you in the long run, it's probably something that there's going to be more ease. And does it align with your values already, or does it take you so far afield? And if you are part of a religion or spiritual practice, does the choice more align with the universal, teachings, the perennial teachings of goodness and beauty and love and truth? And is it for the betterment of the world and including yourself? And also, when it comes to decisions like that, most of us are usually facing two decent decisions. Very often it's, which job should I take? Or which movie should I watch? Something like that. It's usually not a life or death decision. But if you go down either path has a spiritual side to it. Either path can serve our growth. And so any job that we would pick or any decision that we make, most of them aren't reversible anyway. And so Eckhart Tolle says, when you're stuck and you're not sure, take a step, start down a path, and then you'll get some feedback. In a way, that's what I was doing with Facebook Live. I didn't know if there would be any interest, and we've had a few people online every time that I've done this, and so it feels good to me. And of course, it aligns with my teachings and things like that. And I thought, I'll put it out there. And if there's a need for it and it touches some folks, then great, I'll keep doing it. If not, well, maybe I'll still do it anyway. There's no harm in it. One thought I had was I didn't want to add to the noise of the world. There's a lot of noise. And then I realized, well, you just scroll past if there's some noise in the field. And there is a lot. So today when I did a webinar, I led a webinar, I had one person come on, and that was okay. And really, I was secretly hoping no one would come on because I was ready for a nap at that point. Thanks, Kim. I'm glad I'm making a difference. And so again, what I was reading from was Doreen Virtue's Angel Cards. This is a classic deck that I've had forever. And my friend Kelly, when she gave the teaching, she said, hey, you might just use something simple like a deck of cards that you have. And she put up a card from this deck. And I said, okay, I knew this one was a friend for a reason. And so this is the card. I hope that this is a time of retreat for you and a Sabbath for you. And Kelly said the root of the word Sabbath literally means to stay apart as holy. Thanks, Kelly. I didn't know that one. To stay apart as holy. To come apart is holy. So as we here in Illinois face the shutdown, and we're all, shutting in as much as we can, as we all face that, it's a holy thing. This absolutely can be a holy thing and a resetting. That's the other phrase I've been using, kind of the great reset and the great calm of 2020. Oh my gosh, Peter Beckett, friend from high school, theater friend from high school. Hi, Peter. And there was one other thing that just flew by my mind. Oh yes, I wanted to share with you an author that some of you may be interested in. Oops, I don't know if I just went away because I'm going to copy it again. Come back to my screen here. Okay, sorry about that. Here is a really cool author I want to let you know about. I'm going to try to say his name. Gurpreet K. Gill. That's his webpage. Say it again, Elizabeth. Gurpreet K. Gill. He wrote a wonderful piece called What If, and he posted it on his webpage. I got sent it from somebody and I loved it, and I'm going to try to bring it up right now. And even though you can go find it, I thought, and I read it one other night to folks, it touched me so much that I thought I would read it to you again. Hi, Alan. And so let me offer this thought to you about what we're going through. This has really touched me and how I've been feeling about it. What If by Gurpreet K. Gill. There is so much fear, and perhaps rightly so, about COVID-19. And what if we subscribe to the philosophy that life is always working out for us and there is an intelligence far greater than humans at work, that all is connected? What if the virus is here to help us, to reset, to remember what is truly important, reconnecting with family and community, reducing travel so the environment, the skies, the air, our lungs all get a break. Parts of China are seeing blue sky and clouds for the first time in forever, with the factories being shut down. Venice is seeing clear water for the first time in years. Working from home rather than commuting to work, less pollution, more personal time. Reconnecting with family as there is more time at home. An invitation to turn inwards. A deep meditation rather than the usual extroverted going out to self-soothe. That's a Sabbath. To reconnect with self, what is really important to me, a reset economically, working poor, the lack of health care access for 30 million in the US, the need for paid sick leave. How hard does one need to work to be able to live, to have a life outside of work? To face our mortality, check back into living rather than working. To reconnect with our elders who are susceptible to the virus, and washing our hands. How did that become a new thing that we need to remember? But yes, we did. The presence of grace for all. There is a shift underway in our society. What if it is one that is favorable to us? What if the virus is really an ally in our evolution? In remembrance of what it means to be connected, humane, living a simpler life, to be less impactful, more kind to our environment. An offering from my heart this morning, offered as another perspective, another way of relating to the virus, this unfolding, this evolution. It was time for a change, and we all knew that, and change has arrived. What if? GurpreetKGill.com. It's in the chat box. What if? And I know that whatever your personal journey is right now, that in every challenge, there are the blessings and there are the difficulties. And I honor both of those in you. And if I can be of any help, please reach out. My email, I'll put it in the box here, is revelizabethmora@gmail.com. My secretary went out for a walk, so he's not typing it for me like he normally does. revelizabethmora@gmail.com. So send me an email. My friends on the line, you've got my phone number. Feel free to drop me a text. Of course, I'm on Facebook. Send me a message. Although after this, as I started this session with, I'm darn tired and I need to just go chill a little. So, and I admit, I wasn't sure I would have a lot of energy for this. I thought, you know what, I may just get on and do 5 minutes and say, hey guys, I'm really tired, but I'm checking in. Hi, bye. And then I felt the energy of you and I see the hearts coming by and I started talking and I realized that I'm soothing myself as well. So, thank you for giving me the opportunity to give voice, and I'm here for you if you need a shoulder or if you even just want to pop something out, because I know I talk to people and I never know exactly where folks are at the moment. Some are like, hey, I'm fine. And so I kind of go that direction. And then I'll talk to somebody who's really scared. I think I want to go there. And so I usually end up doing that mix of things, of honoring the human and the divine in all of us in this journey. I love you and good night. Thank you for honoring me with your time, which is very valuable. Thank you for the hearts and the smiley faces. And to all those who serve, to the therapists, 2 of my therapists are on the line right now. So to the therapists, to the ministers, to the healthcare workers, everybody that's serving, my heart goes out to you. And I see you surrounded, protected, strengthened, and uplifted in all that you do. Good night. I love you.